I think that's our cue. Hi, everyone. I am leggystarscream, and joining me on the couch today is the ever wonderful and lovely demerine. How are you, love?
I'm a lesbian today, I suspect. So we're here to kill chaos, right?
No, that happened, that was the first run of the marathon.
50 Pokemon before Koga's gym? No, that was last frame fatale. Shoot. Dang.
We're here for the lesbians and the animals being super.
And an RPG? Is this an RPG at least?
What else would I be running?
Yeah, that's fair. Good point. I guess it's time for the lesbianist role-playing game that certainly has been made in 2022.
Yeah, I was going to say, the best lesbian role-playing game since Final Fantasy X, too.
Hey, there was Final Fantasy 13 too.
You know what? Fair. Time is going to start the moment I do an input on the screen. So if you want to count me in.
Sure, we'll go from 4. We'll start in 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So, welcome to the wonderful world of Super Lesbian Animal RPG. This game came out right at the end of 2022, and I've basically been running it ever since I finished my casual play. It's an RPG Maker game, which does come with some rather nice features, including it has built-in turbo for text boxes. So I'm just holding down the cancel button to clear these text boxes as quickly as possible. I'm just got to get through some text boxes before I do my first just very basic option menu. Fast text speed, fast movement.
It is important to note that this video game is art, and it tells you so in the options menu.
It also had some amount of politics in it.
And some amount of ludonarrative dissonance.
Anyway, so we are playing currently as Melody and Allison, two girlfriends who are doing a side quest in the woods put on to them by their friend Claire when this monster pig with 3 eyes shows up. We can't beat it, so the fastest way to get through it is just to guard. There's no animation for it. It takes the least amount of time.
So this is just Mystic Quest. You can't beat the first boss.
No, but she can. So, yeah, you were saying?
But Claire has the forbidden magic.
Mm-hmm. The magic that lets us unlock our innate magical potential. And Allison just wants to hit things real hard. Melody wants to become a paladin so that she can become a healer.
That's important, though. You gotta have good support in any group in an RPG, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as a paladin, she has to pick something to draw her powers from, the faith, the paladin oath. And so we're going to pick the power of love and being a lesbian.
Is that truly the greatest power of them all?
We shall find out. It's definitely the easiest one to get to, plus it has some nice safety early on. Each of the 3 paths has a different star power they give you. We'll talk about what those are.
They're girlfriends.
Yep.
There is a kissing mechanic in this game, with no animation, but still.
No, there's a little bit of an animation. Anyway.
So yeah, these weird orbs on the map are enemies. There are no random encounters. You can avoid encounters in the game, and we're going to opt to ignore most of them that are optional. So I think you have to take one optional in the game now in the route.
Technically it's 2, but that's because one encounter turned out to be optional. So we wound up taking another one in instead. This is Jody. She is going to be the 4th member of our party. But right now, she's just big chillin'.
She also hits things, but is not quite as good at it.
And she is literally the party tank.
Tanks like hitting things.
Yeah. But yeah, this fight takes 3 attacks, 2 if we get a crit, which we don't. It used to be the case that you could miss on one of those first 2 encounters with your basic attacks, but in a recent patch, that was removed, and I am forever grateful.
Because speedrunners love missing attacks. Later in the run, we get Hydro Pump. It's going to be a
wrong game.
Sorry.
But yes, no. Missing attacks, especially with Allison, can be devastating. But this early on, it's just annoying.
See the power of healing with absolutely no drawback whatsoever.
So, we have our first instance of in-combat kissing. Kissing your girlfriend gives you a 15% buff to all your stats.
This does make you hit pretty hard.
And sadly, we do not hit the 17% chance to one-round the whole hound. But we do get an ether drop, which is really nice.
Aww.
And now we're going to backtrack to town, go through some cutscenes. So if you have a few quick things you want to share, now would be a perfect time.
Oh, absolutely. We've got a lot of love for lesbians in Donos right now. I'm going to start with this one from from Anonymous. That's $10. Very simple message. Says, "Go lesbians, go." Lady Ariana sends in $25, saying, "Wishing good times to you all. I have heard that there was a request for some animal facts, so I now have a clear porpoise, and it would be very shellfish of me to not share these facts, though they may be irrelevant to the run." Number 1, bats are weak to salami. Number 2, cats are best served with cuddles and pets. Anything else would be a catastrophe. Number 3, not all birds are jerk. I swear, I'm not a jerk. That would be illegal. Number 4, bunnies are cute and are God's biggest weakness, especially when they are buff and wield a hammer. I think I've been seeing that. I hope these animal facts qualify. Thank you all for bearing with me. I'll stop right now. You've got this, Leggy. Much love, friendo.
Aww.
I am absolutely in love with those puns. Thank you so much for that donation, Lady Ariana.
Yeah, thanks, Ari.
Have you got time for some more?
Honestly, I should probably get back to talking about how we just picked up our third party member for reals this time.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah. So Claire's joined the party. She is the party black mage. So we'll be using her magic attacks on enemies, and while we're going, you'll notice that there's that meter in the upper right corner of everyone's character that looks like a star. Those are your star points. You get those by doing things that are on brand for your role or being gay. Because you do get star points from kissing. You can spend those on more powerful attacks. It's just a secondary resource on top of the more traditional MP. Resets to 0 at the start of every fight. And so managing that is going to be one of the things we're going to work on.
if we get a key from that box, the whole conceit of dungeons in this game is that you need some number of keys. In this case, 2. The door tells you so, in order to make forward progress. This is the intro dungeon where it teaches you about dungeoneering and being a hero and whatnot.
Yeah, in lore too. Claire magicked up this dungeon in Allison's basement as like a tutorial dungeon, literally for the team.
Absolutely no bad side effects or anything. Nothing wrong will happen, though, I promise. Everything is going to be alright.
Mm-hmm.
You can open an extra-dimensional portal and create a entire dungeon in your bathroom, bedroom, basement, other room that starts with B.
Yeah, so Allison's main star power attacks are what are known as the directional attacks. You've got an up, down, right, left. You'll notice we missed the first one, which is very annoying because right now they are an incredible source of damage, especially because most enemies are weak to at least one of the directions. But we get through.
Yay. We get a sword. Heck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Claire bought it and had it here as the, treasure at the end of the dungeon. But now something's gone wrong. The door closed on us and isn't reopening.
Yeah, nothing bad could happen by conjuring up a dungeon in your living room.
Yeah, nothing bad's going on. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Tampering with magic does not have any negative side effects, we promise. Please feel free to tamper with magic as you see fit. Nothing bad will happen.
Uh-huh. This is my favorite joke in the game. In this box is Allison's baby photos. Look how cute she was. Look at this dweeb. Look at the carrot costume.
Required to progress for what it's worth, so you always get to see the carrot costume in the speed run. You should speed the run this game just for the carrot costume alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're going to take a nap on this mysterious couch. Because Allison is a very sleepy bunny, and also for marathon safety.
Yeah, I mean, we were down to about half health from that first boss fight, so...
Yeah, though it is worth noting that every time you level up, you do get a full health refill. You don't get a full MP refill, though.
Anyway, we need 4 keys to finish this dungeon to open up the last stairwell. We are going to run from that, because that one's actually, while it looks like it's blocking the way, is actually just sort of standing there like a jerk.
Yeah, that one is the one encounter we thought was required that turned out not to be. And honestly, it makes the routing so much better.
And we just take a better encounter later, because that one's not a fun encounter to be taking at this juncture.
And by later, you mean immediately.
You destroyed most of an egg. How do you feel about yourself, love?
Pretty excellent.
Puns.
Look, you can blame Mary. Also, when you defeat most of an egg, the drop you get is less of an egg. These rifts in space-time are really the reason we want to skip that optional encounter, because they have the chance to inflict the corrupted status, which is basically your classic RPG confusion. Party members will attack other party members, and it's really rough, but when we skipped the encounter and talked to the terminal, we got the Purify spell, which lets us remove that status effect.
So yeah, we always go for burst on the rips in space-time when we have the opportunity. Melody with the sword also hits them very hard now, which is actually kind of handy.
Yes.
Bullhound tries to hide in his pants. Can't do it, though.
And the whole reason we're taking these couple of extra encounters is to get Claire up to level 4. Because at level 4, we've been casting Scorch this whole time, Fire Elemental attack, very basic. But at level 4, she gets Frost, which is Ice Elemental. And the first boss of this dungeon... What are these misses? The first boss of this dungeon is weak to ice. So we want to have level 4 before we get to the end here.
Very basic, but cold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you don't want to talk to that chest. That chest is a mimic. Hungry for adventurer blood, because, this is an RPG after all.
Yeah. Though I highly recommend doing this game as a casual playthrough and talking to every mimic. They are amazing. The mimics are some of the best characters.
Makes the Odin fight a lot easier, too. Wait, that's one of my speed runs. Heck.
Anyway, we got all 4 keys. We push the block into the sky somehow.
How? Question mark?
And outside for the first, real boss of the run.
Are we ready for this? Yes, we're ready for this. Of course we're ready for this.
Also, I haven't taken a moment to comment on the glitchy nature of everything around us, but don't worry, I'm sure it's fine.
Using magic has no adverse effects on the area around you or the world as we know it. But here's Core Guardian. Weak against getting kicked up in head and then to ice magic. So the game plan is going to be to use those in sequence as we get the opportunity.
If things go well, this is a 4-round fight. Claire getting corrupted there removes that possibility.
Yeah, we have to go through another phase sequence transformation, which is a waste of time.
Yep. Luckily, instead of giving us the shield phase, it gave us the basic phase again. After the second phase transformation, and later is random. So that could have gone a lot worse, but it didn't.
Here's a VHS tape.
His name is Javis, not Jarvis. Very clear about that one.
He gets real annoyed if you call him Jarvis. Also, Leggy, I realize there are people in chat who might not know what a VHS tape is.
Oh.
I know, right?
They're just cassette tapes, but for video.
They also don't know what cassette tapes are.
I don't understand.
Stella, we have a VHS player in the house. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Part of my streaming set. Well, was part of my streaming setup. Could be part of my streaming setup again one day.
I could recruit it as part of mine. Options about.
We could also watch cassette tapes on it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, now that we've taken care of the weird, glitchy dungeon that showed up out of nowhere, no idea why it's there, no idea why Javis is here. It's really weird, though. We're gonna have a bit of cutscene where Alice and Melody hang out and talk about their feelings. And now would be a great time for another donation or two.
All right, thank you so much. So we've got a donation actually from our next runner. That is Greta Ice Vixen, who sends in $5 and says, donating for the Pokemon Speedrunner Power 4 Hours. Very excited for both Leggy running SLARPG and Dijon running Blue later. And I suppose myself too. Good luck. And that's right, if you missed it, Greta Ice Vixen is our next runner. They will be playing... I'm sorry, I'm just sort of like all over the place. Hatsune Miku, Project Diva Mega Mix, and we do have an Encore of Hatsune Miku incentive open right now. We have raised $495 out of the $3,000 needed to unlock that. So please get your donations in. Make sure you select that incentive when you place your donation. And again, we're still in the animal hour, honestly, so send in those animal facts. I'd love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely need to get that met. That's going to be such an amazing thing to show off here. But back in the world of... I honestly forget how to pronounce the world's name. It's like Reviere or something like that. I don't know the actual pronunciation. Hashtag fake fan.
I mean, we're on the Isle of Sapphire, which is certainly not a lesbian reference, I promise.
Oh, don't worry, it'll get more heavy-handed as we go.
Like, really heavy-handed?
You'll see.
The girls already kissed. How much more upfront can we be about those?
You'll see. But it's the next morning. If you paid attention to the table in the club room back there, Claire's been up all night. Definitely drinking too much coffee. And has realized a few things. We're grabbing the team. We're looking for Jody, the final party member, so that, we can go and investigate this Javis character more. So we're gonna go talk to Jody's girlfriend, who kind of runs this town. Like, literally. Elected official and everything. So this is Faith.
Faith is a unicorn.
Faith is wonderful. You can see the framed picture of Jody in the background there. But Faith, when she texted Jody last night, right as we were heading into the dungeon, sent Jody off to investigate something. Jody hasn't come back yet, and so we've been told to go off and try and find her, see what's up, make sure everything's going okay. This whole Javis character is definitely concerning, but first, Claire just wants to say hi to her crush.
I'm sure what Jody is investigating has absolutely nothing to do with the weird use of magic and possible problems that we have caused. I mean, that we definitely have not caused by the illegal use of magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Claire, being an absolute disaster lesbian, does not take this time to say anything to her crush, and will not during this run. If you want to see that, either find someone running all quests, or play this game for yourself.
But yeah, Leone Magic Spells sells spellbooks, which have skill sets in them, essentially giving us additional abilities, and you can equip them.
The two I picked up there are Spellblade, which, if you've played a Final Fantasy with a job system, it works just like FF5's Mystic Knight, where it enchants your blade with ice, fire, or lightning. Sure, that was a really lucky freeze there. Dang.
Look at these frog balls, though. They're adorable.
Right?
You're killing them, aren't you?
No, I'm
Look
defeating them. They're defeated.
Look at Friend swell up and wants big hugs as opposed to small hugs. How dare you? What are you doing?
Bouncing them back into the river. It's fine. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
You're returning them to their home in the ecosystem?
Yeah.
Alright, fine. Also, a lot of the enemy design in this game are absolutely adorable, and we don't see a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the alligator with the flowers on its back is just perfect in every way.
Yeah, there's also a full bestiary category for this game. I haven't actually ran it yet, but it does look like a lot of fun, because you do get to fight every enemy in the game.
Including all the bosses.
So there's, like, justification for why we were looking for the ability to heat up the sun to melt ice. But we're doing things in the wrong order, so it's not really well explained. But the answer is, these two locals, not Frozen, they are both amazing. Two of the best characters in the game. And so we had the sun god help us out by sending Bill and his merch stand over to sell us the right trinket.
Wait, does Beth's sweatshirt say cool on it?
Yes.
Heck yeah. I'm here for those.
Oh yeah, it's peak fashion.
Yeah, we're gonna climb this mountain.
We've got one more screen transition, then I'm going to take my first safety save of the run. Because this is a marathon, and I don't want to die to a boss in at least 20 minutes.
Don't worry, no one in this chat has ever lost 20 minutes in the middle of a marathon to dying to a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Mine wasn't to a boss.
Yeah, that's why I agreed with you.
It's the Trash King. We love the Trash King.
All hail Trash King, King of Trash!
He's the best. We do have to kill his trash bags too, though.
Yeah.
Otherwise they hatch, I guess? Question mark?
No. Every turn they heal him.
Ah. Well, we're not here. We're not all about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the poison stick is helpful, though.
Yeah. Definitely helpful for us. But unfortunately, we also got poison stuck. And you want to know when Melody is going to learn the Cure Poison spell?
Later. Much later.
Oh, no. It's way sooner than you'd think.
Much
It's
later.
immediately after this fight.
It's okay, we're just gonna use Melody, because Melody doesn't do enough damage to really be a concern anyways. We're just gonna use First Aid to patch the party up through the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then use Sabertooth Chomp to deliver large amounts of damage.
Yeah, because the good news is that Poison and Burn will only ever bring you down to 1 HP. They will not knock you out. But yeah, Trash King wasn't a person. It was just an actual bird.
Was not able to talk to us or communicate.
Mm-hmm. That right there is a revive or a Phoenix down, depending on which RPGs you play.
It's the safety light from Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah. It's very close, and if Melody goes down during one of these fights, that can be used to really save our bacon if it comes to it.
But yeah, our quest to save our friend Jody has taken us to the desert, where it is, you know, hot and full of dancing cactus.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those cactus wiggle, though.
Right?
Might just be the screen scroll, but I think they're wiggling.
Oh, they're wiggling.
Are they jamming out? They're jamming out, right?
Oh, yeah. Gonna come down this way, pick up an extra piece of equipment that I could have skipped if I got an enemy drop earlier that I didn't. But we're gonna slap that on Melody, let her hit a little harder. And we're gonna come up on another fight. Honestly, hardest fight in the run, because I do not have the strategy for this fight actually memorized.
Seems okay.
Yeah, that went alright. We are going to open up this very next box, which has the Magical Girl Spellbook. The Magical Girl Spellbook is the AoE healing spellbook. Needless to say, this is very useful. Can this enemy move out of the way, please? Nope, it just wants to aggro on me instead.
We hope that we don't need it, but, you know, since this is a marathon, gonna pick it up for safety.
Yeah, it makes a lot of fights way more consistent to just have it. But it is not necessarily required for the run, despite what people thought early on. I've been doing attempts without it. They have been terrifying.
I mean, just because you might accidentally completely die in a late game fight because of it, you know, doesn't mean you need it. You just hope that you don't.
Right, exactly. Simply just hope you do not need the extra healing.
Simply get good RNG. Like,
it's just that easy.
That's how the game works, right? Just get lucky.
Yeah. Alright, this is a super clean fight here.
Allison, we need you to not miss those.
Yeah, that's 3 misses so far.
Yeah, Allison's having a pretty bad day.
You know what? $2 per miss. Hold me accountable to it.
I'm not. You know how hard it is for me to keep count?
Yes.
What are we at? 3?
We're gonna save again. Yeah, we're at 3.
Here's large robot.
Mm-hmm.
It is out for blood though.
Unfortunate.
This fight is pretty safe, admittedly, all things considered.
Yep. And there's just one major mechanic you have to worry about, which is when the boulder shows up, you want to make sure you have Claire cast on it, because that will destroy the boulder and we don't have to worry about the attack that the boulder is going to provide. We have the Magical Girl spellbook on us specifically for that big AoE attack. And also it makes menuing easier in a little bit, which is also really nice. But we manage to mostly wear down the robot and get rescued by the wonderful Jody, who is going to blue screen the robot.
Right. Now the robot is blue screened. Means you can insert a VHS tape into it, right?
Love, I don't know how you... That's not how Windows works.
I don't know how Windows works. I'm surprised it works some days.
You know, that's fair. Anyway.
But yeah. Anyway, you turn the robot off and on again and everything is okay. Jody joins the party.
Yep. And I know we haven't spent a lot of time talking about the music of this game, but this is a particular jam of a track. But as you can see, like, obviously we want to dodge as many enemy encounters as we can. Sometimes it's unavoidable just because enemies decide to aggro on you from 30 feet away.
They just want to be your friend.
Yeah, but I don't have time for friendship. I'm trying to go fast.
But what about girlfriends?
That's different.
They're dueling in the street. What is this?
The guy's has a belt buckle that says kill on it.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, no, this is a undead town. And this is the mummy we fought twice. Neff. He's awesome.
Is she, you know... But yeah, so we're gonna grab the most important... This is the most important shopping in the game. We grab 2 copies of Chronomancer. We grab 4 copies of Right Back At Ya, which is a accessory that gives us the ability to counterattack. The thing is, though, is that whenever an attack gets countered, it also gets negated. So it is the best item in the game.
Oh, yeah. There are a couple of other accessories that would be really, really useful if they didn't take forever and a day to go find. There's one that lets star power carry over. There's one that lets you dual-wield weapons. But those are all far enough off the beaten track that they aren't really worth picking up for any percent, unfortunately. We do have a lot of cutscenes and backstory, so if we've got another couple of donations.
Oh, absolutely. Let's start with this one, $20 from Toro Kasi, who says, this donation sent to Bully Leggy.
Wow. Deeply appreciated, friend. Thank you.
I promise there is love, like this $50 donation from Natara. I've never had anything but good RNG. Shifty eyes. Good luck on your run, love.
Oh, love you too.
I do want to give an update. Our Encore of Hatsune Miku incentive is at $580 out of $3,000 to unlock Raise. So keep those donations coming in. We're half an hour into this run. It's got a 2-hour estimate. So really, that's not as much time. I know it seems long, but chat, y'all know how speed runs go. they go by faster than we expect. Do you have time for one more, Leggy?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, well, here is another $50 from Fierce Wolf, who also offers a fun animal fact just in time for Jody, actually. Fun animal fact, tigers do not typically wield a sword and shield as seen in SLA RPG, but instead prefer crossbows and or maces. You know what? I'm learning today. Looking forward to a great run. Let's go, Leggy Starscream! And to all who are making these events possible, keep being awesome. Thank you, because your donations make to Malala Fund make all of their hard work making sure girls in the world get education possible. So exclamation mark donate in chat. Keep those donations coming, and thank you so much for supporting our cause.
Yeah, so welcome to the Diablo Labyrinth. Everything's Eurobeat here.
And colorful and bright, and this enemy changes your color palettes temporarily, of course.
And of course, we also got our first instance of use of the Chronomancy book, which is one of the most powerful spells in the game. Speed Up, which just says when your ally does a basic attack, they do 2 of them instead.
I thought you said this wasn't Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, no.
Ripped straight out of the pages of Final Fantasy 1. Everybody, we've been doing this since 1987.
And in fact, when we were working on routing this game, in my casual playthrough, I picked up on that one. I run Final Fantasy 1. And I was the one who pointed it out to the community that, hey, what if we just gave Allison a double damage buff, effectively?
It's like doubling the damage of your biggest attacker is important or something.
We also had our first instance of Right Back At Ya firing. The color wheel tried to attack Claire. She countered instead. She's wielding a wand right now, so it counts as a magical attack for the purposes of her star power. This will be more important later on.
But yeah, otherwise Neon Labyrinth is a maze where you have to manipulate the sand height to get around the area and figure out where you're going, and obtain a bunch of keys to open a bunch of doors that you can get through this dungeon. Can't believe that enemy didn't actually attack you. I'm kind of shocked by that one.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky. That one, on the other hand, you can tell it sped up a bit, so it had aggroed on me and was coming out to come get me.
Right, we're gonna grab a consumable. That particular consumable gives you 100% star power for right on the spot. We need that later. We're really gonna want that one.
Yeah, we'll be picking up a second one a little bit later on, but because we will need both for one very particular fight.
Which we'll talk about when we get there.
Yep. In the meantime, though, it's time to talk about accidentally sliding into an enemy.
That is an ominous polygon right there, but we're not going to fight it. There's Neff. Bye, Neff.
We're going to talk about my favorite joke in this game.
Yep. That was the Dragon Warrior room. This is the Game Boy room. This is the big room. This is the tiny room. This room's got a weird background and a key.
Yeah, so all of these different things are based off of other, layouts and sprites and RPGs. It's really cool. This game has such a cool design.
We love paying homage to what came before.
Mm-hmm. And of course we have this room, which is glowy and neon and rainbowy.
Little hard on the eyes, not gonna lie.
Yeah. But not quite a bad taste palette, as it were.
No. Shout out to Scala Kitty. Hi, Scala. I don't know if you're out there or not, but we think you're fantastic.
Scala, you're wonderful.
But we're not fighting Arsenal at the end of this run either, right?
No. This is not the Final Fantasy Legend 2 featuring wild and wonderful Game Boy palettes made by Scala Kitty.
Also, all of our sprites are double height, which means that we'd all be evil, and that's bad.
Anyway, this is the Singularity. It's just an amalgamation of sprites. It doesn't really have anything special going on. We're just going to attack it a bunch. So if you want to get another couple of donations in.
Of course. The love for this game for you is coming in. Here's $10 from Lindea. W Game, W Speedrun, W Group. I heartily agree. And $25 from EDL666, who says, I'm super excited to see a Super Lesbian Animal RPG run. Easily my favorite RPG I've ever played. I doubt the run will get to showcase it, but the writing is so good. I caught some of that writing from what's been flashing on the screen, and I heartily agree. I saw Jody join the party as a fourth wheel.
Yep.
And that has been sitting in my head ever since. A couple more?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here's $5 from Dijon Ketchup.
Hey, Dijon.
Behind every great woman is another great woman, replying to her frantic texts in the middle of the night. Thank you for being that woman. Good luck on the run, Leggy. Also, I can't believe you spelled my name wrong in this game.
Yeah, so Dijon's name is Allison, but spelt with one L, and it is a bit of a running gag that I cannot get it right.
You've even stopped blaming autocorrect.
Right? Here, there was supposed to be a whole cutscene that happened here that was all about, Javis and his evil plans, but because of a feature in the game that has... Basically, if you died on this fight, you wouldn't want to sit through that whole cutscene again, so the developer did a really nice thing and added a shortcut in. But the good news is, we can set it up, and so we've allowed it as part of the speedrun tech. It's actually really easy to set up. You just copy one file over into the game folder, and you get to skip that cutscene and another one a little bit later on.
Did you just get a critical counter on Gabal Goliath assuring your 3-turn?
The 3-turn is fairly assured, even with a miss or two. But yes, we did just get a critical counter. From Allison, of all people.
Yeah, which it does like 500 damage.
Yeah. Also, that kicked us all the way from level 8 and 9 up to 11, which is really nice.
Notably, on easy, you get enhanced experience growth so that you can do this. Doing it on normal does require some amount of grinding.
Yeah. Plus 50% to every single one of your stats is the easy mode bonus. It's wild.
But yeah,
how much smoother this run goes on easy. People have tried routing normal. No one's really gotten that far with it because it's hard.
Yeah, of course, Melody uses her power to open up the door behind us that we got locked into the room with the Gumball Goliath. I'm sure that has no adverse effects on the scenery or anything.
Oh no, Melody's just putting things back the way they should be. But unfortunately, the teleporter we took to get here got a little busted. It's having a bad time. Drop that phone screen right on the ground.
It was already on the ground, love.
Look.
Yeah?
Look at Ipsy. This is Ipsy. She is the incredibly techie zombie in town who's going to help us boot up a backup teleporter to let us get home.
Because we gotta get home, after all.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, this place has sprung a mana leak, which is exactly like a gas leak, in terms of how bad it is for you to spend too much time in the area.
Unless you can pay 3 and then it's alright. No takers on that one?
No, I'm taking it and sighing.
Okay, 1 taker on that. Let's go.
Look, I'm a filthy control player. I know it's good.
But yeah, we don't actually have to fight these. I'm just gonna guard, and then they disappear.
Yeah, they're weird and spooky, just like this entire place is. If we're lucky, we'll not have to fight this one. Not lucky enough. But typically, you don't have to fight the last one that's going to be up here if your movement's good. Nope. It
just jumped right in front of you. It was just like, I see you're going to try to slip around me. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. But, luckily, this is more scary than anything else. This is one of those infinite mazes that you see a lot in video games, so we're just going to flip back and forth here between the 2 entrances. We'll progress the story after a number of screen transitions, so if you got anything else to share.
Oh, absolutely. And a reminder to everyone, if you're thinking, what do I get for my donation? We do have prizes you become eligible to win with your donation, and they're only open for today. So this handy donation from Prometheus actually gives some great advice. That's $25 saying, I'm a simple person. I see a giant Eevee. I donate. Also, chat, don't forget to add an incentive to your donations. And the incentive we do have open right now is that Encore of Hatsune Miku incentive. We've reached $590, getting ever closer to that 20% mark to unlock some extra songs. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I listened to a lot of Vocaloid when they first came out, and Project Diva Megamix has a lot of classic hits in them, stuff like Magnet, Roshin Yukai, and I've gotten a sneak peek at what songs are on the Encore list. You won't get to hear them unless we unlock this Encore. And there are 5 songs in there. We need to hit all the stretch goals to hear all 5 songs. So the sooner we get to unlocking it, the sooner we can start working on those stretch goals, chat. ! donate in chat will get you that handy link. And again, all of this goes to Malala Fund.
Mm-hmm. So, the teleporter we wound up taking sent us back to the beach. Which is just really gorgeously rendered. Like, look at that water. Look at that dithering on that water.
it's pink and blue. I don't know if that's representative of anything or anything, but hey, it looks really good. I'm sure if we put it on a flag, I'm sure that, I'm sure it would look fantastic.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
maybe with some white to go with the pink and the blue.
Well, there's a little bit of white in there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got back to town, and this aesthetic looks familiar. And bad.
All our uses of magic have not caused this. We promise this is not our fault.
It might be a little bit Claire's fault.
But we get bailed out by a lot of these knights who are definitely friendly and super cool.
Yep, these are the Guardians, the protectors of the town of Greenridge, where we are. And they've come to save the day. They task us with the very important job of teleporting a lot of the civilians out of town. So we're going to explore this glitchy maze and find 4 different houses that have our friends in them to get them out.
Is that an infinite snail?
Yeah, so you had the loot scooter, which is a snail with a treasure chest on it. This is the recursive loot scooter.
Where we can get a lot of loot from it?
No, it's just snails all the way down.
I do love a good snails. You missed, by the way. That's 4.
I missed twice, by the way.
That's 5. Have you considered maybe getting good?
I will get good at getting good RNG. These are the 2 kids who run the item shop in town. We didn't stop here earlier because we didn't need to go shopping, but they're adorable. Definitely talk to them. Gonna hop into the library. Mona, who we met earlier, gave us the bestiary, and also
she gives us a lot of lip when we tell her she's got to leave.
Yep. We teleported the chair with her. It's fine.
I do appreciate that we're just like, out of heck with this. It just warp stone her out because we're just like, nah, we're good.
I got past the trickiest enemy to get by in the game, which was the one right before the fight we just got into. That orb is a single wing wheel, and it can troll the hell out of you if it wants.
Is a dodge a miss? Because that's 2 more.
Yep, that counts.
Heal Slime really needs to, Helper Jelly really needs to just get beat down here, but chooses not to, I guess. That's 7 now, by the way.
Yep. These Dark Horses have the ability to cast Mana Drain, which is great. Love that for us. But they're also relatively easy to take out.
Fairly squishy.
Yeah. Plus, we're going to get some nice levels here. These are the Leone family, purveyors of the spellbook shop.
They're doing okay. This. They're doing all right on their own, I suspect.
Yeah.
They're just like, don't worry about us. We got this.
Mm-hmm.
As they begin nuking enemies from orbit.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do when you have, that much dark power at your fingertips?
Use it responsibly?
But I love casting spells.
You know what? Fair.
So this is an upgraded version of the earlier boss we fought.
The good news is that we're upgraded too, so we're fine.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it does take a little bit of a beating to take it out. But we get through, we run into Beverly again, and we get an emotional conversation between her and Claire, as Claire stares down at the ground after teleporting her away. It's game has some really powerful story beats to it that we will be trying to get by as fast as we can. Paula, who we saw fishing way at the beginning of the game, is kind of a jerk. Joined the enemy team to take over the world or something. We're not really sure why she did or what Javis is really up to outside of like world domination.
I think she did it for the sweet, sweet axe.
I mean, that was a very powerful axe. Faith and Jody finally get to reunite. One appropriately long hug later.
How long is an appropriately long hug?
In this case, probably longer than you'd think.
It's like 4 seconds, right? Like, maybe 6 seconds? Chat,
I haven't timed hugs before.
We should, for science.
True. But buried under town is the Guardian's Vault, where the Guardians, the protectors of the town, keep all their sweet, sweet loot.
Why is it underneath the town?
Well, where else would you put it?
I don't know. In an armory in a conveniently marked building outside? I don't know.
Well, it's in an armory in a conveniently marked building underneath the town. We're under the building where Faith's office is.
Still, I don't have an armory. I don't know where I'd put it.
In your sleevery.
Well, the closest thing I have to a weapon is a Tonberry plush, and this isn't Final Fantasy X.
True. But yeah, the gear in here is actually really good compared to what we've been wandering around with, so we're going to take some time and do a little bit of looting. Not really much to say, so Zokubun, if you have anything else you want to throw in.
Oh, I am all ready. We've got a donation from Fox Sister who's so excited for this game. And they say, please support this game. It's great. I cried so much. Time to make an anime intro about it. Oh, that's dedication. We also have $5 from Lania Kia. I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. Saying, hype for Super Lesbian Annual RPG. So $50 each from myself and my partners Eris, Stardust, Winnow, and Shy. Much love from my Gayos Emeralds.
4 partners.
My brain just exploded at the thought of that. That's amazing. I'm sorry. Much love from my Gayos Emeralds to Leggy, the Fatales, and Malala Fund. Thank you so much, Lania Kia. And again, any donation you can make will greatly help support Malala Fund, which is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, Malala Fund partners with education advocates and activists who are breaking down barriers that hold girls back. So your donations are helping that extremely important cause. You are watching a game that supports women, and you are supporting women while you're doing that.
Yeah, so we ran around, we picked up a couple of keys, I avoided some floor tiles that would turn those statues on and have them attack us. So that can be a little scary because one tile movement in this game can be a little tricky. I also just knew the password. It's there's a clue for it elsewhere in the dungeon that you can find casually.
It's always the same though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, but I guess it's time.
Yep.
Sword! Also as a member of the 4 Partners Club. Heck yeah, that rules also.
And I just did want to really cut in and say, we've hit that 20% mark on the Encore of Hatsune Miku unlock. We're at $610 out of $3,000. So get those donations and make sure you select that incentive when you make that donation, or otherwise it won't count towards the incentive. And we really want to see some extra music gameplay here.
I'm sure there's some Hatsune Miku classics tucked away there that you're probably going to want to hear because they rule.
Oh, absolutely. Just jams all around.
I'm going to take a minute to play it safe for marathon safety, heal up and save, because we're about to start another boss fight.
Look at that axe, though. Look how sharp it is.
Yeah, so we are now in the final form of our party configuration, where we've actually got Claire a flame wand that replaces her basic attack with a mini version of her Scorch spell. This charges her star points. This also just does a bunch of damage. Spells do a fixed amount of damage and can never miss, which is great. So we'll just be able to use this to just blast away at Paula's abilities here. That looked easy. That fight can be terrifying if it wants to be.
Yeah, but good uses of heals make it nice and safe, and relatively speaking, interestingly enough, Death's Door is kind of the attack you want to see coming out, because it just sets a target's health to 1. It can't kill you.
Yeah. So, this is Javis and his 4 sons, who we would have met earlier if we hadn't skipped that cutscene entirely. But they're here to reveal their master plan, the final step in their path towards world domination.
Betamax?
We're performing a summoning ritual.
Ah. So Laserdisc.
My bets we're gonna get Leviathan. We're Bahamut.
No, it's a Chocobo. I promise it's a Chocobo. Grimoire's broken.
Nope. It is Verena, the goddess of magic herself.
Look at that jacket, though. God, she's got drip. It's so good.
Look at her hair. How do I get my hair dyed to have stars in it? I mean, I guess the answer here is magic.
Your hair's blue. It's fine. I like it. It's adorable.
Yeah, it matches my pronouns.
But yeah, she's all like, I am very powerful. And Javis is all like, she's very powerful. And they're all like, we're leaving.
And of course, you know what? She likes playing fair. So she'll give us 1 week to assemble our strongest party to fight her before she uses the scramblers, which were the things causing all the glitchiness, to just completely glitch out the entire world. That's her master stroke.
Why?
And so now we're getting a Theology 101 lesson. On a CRT, of course.
Well, yeah, CRTs are magic. That's how you do the other summoning ritual.
But yeah, turns out the book that Claire's been using, that we had at the beginning of the game to give Melody and Allison magic, was Marina's, and Claire might have borrowed it a while ago from the Guardians.
Which, tugged on everything and caused problems because, use of magic is, not problematic unless you're out of control. Also, here's Badeline.
I mean, Harmony.
Sorry, wrong game. Shoot.
Look, apparently all amazing games starring trans women need to be plural too. Like, I'm here for this.
I am too. It rules. But yeah, Melody's having a bad day. She's having a fight with her girlfriend.
Yeah, and a bit of a panic attack. And this scene is so exquisitely done, that feeling of the world crushing in around you. It is so artistically rendered. It just takes forever.
Yeah, this is a speed run, so we're gonna speed run being sad here. But yeah, this game knows who was going to play it. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Act 4. Faith is still pissed off.
But, is trying to be the adult in the room.
A not so happy adult, but an adult nonetheless.
Yeah. We've got a pneumatic tube for messaging, so we get a letter from Zinnia, Faith's magic tutor who lives up in the mountains, as, all wise magic tutors do.
Best character in the game. Leggy, stop looking at me like that. I know you're looking at me. You're in another room behind the door, and I'm at my desk, but I know you're giving me a look right now.
Yeah, so now we're going to go upstairs and talk to this door, which takes us to... It takes us to the astral plane!
I don't know why I'm saying it that way. I don't know.
Because you have to talk about the astral plane! Like that, apparently.
We're leaving now?
Yes. It's the game's fast travel system. We'll use it, once more. All Quests uses it a bunch.
But here's the Polychrome Cavern. It's also got colorful rocks.
And we are going to once again try to avoid enemies, including that weird little wizard man.
With the weird little wizard beard?
Yep. We do pick up our second starfruit here.
Which we definitely need. That is very, very important.
Yes.
It makes one fight go much more quickly.
Like, buttery smooth.
While we're avoiding enemies, can I just cut in real quick?
Oh, please.
I would like to remind chat that we don't want to avoid that encore incentive. So since we've hit about an hour and 5 minutes in, we're a little over that, honestly, into the run. Here's a nice call from a donor. Wes, Sherry, and Annie send in $5 asking, $5 donation train? $5 donation train. And you know what? That sounds like a fantastic idea to me. Get those $5 donations in, join the train. If you want to send in animal facts, those are still open, but go ahead and select that Encore of Hatsune Miku incentive while you do, because we are at $795 out of $3,000 to meet that, and that's our next run. We've got about an hour until this run ends. You don't have a lot of time, and if you want to hear those songs, let's get schmoovin' on that incentive.
Aw, yeah.
Also,
so
Anyway, here's Zinnia.
Yep. We're getting Zinnia's backstory, where she was Verina's first student of magic.
Zinnia is roughly 900 years old, which comes up in the text.
Yep. And Zinnia was the first person in this world to learn how to use magic after Verina taught her.
But yes, she's adorable dragon mom, and we love her.
Mm-hmm. And as adorable dragon teacher mom, she realizes that, we as a party, we ain't doing so hot. There's a lot of stress, a lot of weirdness between, a couple of people, including Melody and Allison, who had a fight. So she's going to split us up and send us berry picking.
The team building exercise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for Melody and Claire, we don't have to do any fights, but there is one very important item we are going to be picking up. For Allison and Jody, there will be a couple of fights, but we'll be picking up an optional bit of items along the way just for marathon safety. But for now, until we switch over to the other party, Zokubun, take it away.
Oh, absolutely. Lindea is back with another $15 saying, I hope everyone is enjoying this game. I was lucky enough to do a full fan dubbed run of it with a friend, and it was heartwarming from the characters down to the soundtrack. Love to all the lesbians out there. Love to you, Lindea. Thank you so much for that generous donation. Cece sends in $10 saying, delighted to see SLA RPG in the marathon. Shout out to everybody else in chat who tags themselves as Claire. Cowwitch is relatable. And of course, we've got chat excited to see Miku. Here is $25 from Mikrab saying, must see more Mikrab. Sorry, must see more Miku. Wow, I'm about to mix those names up. But yes, we must see more Miku. So you do have to select that incentive when you make your donation. And here is $125 from DS Dude 123 saying, well, singing rather. I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh. Prometheus has $10 to buy 2 tickets for the Hatsune Miku concert, please. One for me and one for my friend Akuma, the biggest Hatsune Miku fan I know. Thank you all so much. Fox Sister is back with a $5 donation for the $5 donate trade. I'm on it, chef. Y'all are doing amazing, by the way. Much love. You're amazing, Fox Sister, and all of you donors, much love to you. And Amy Murdoch has $10 with love for this game. Of course, can't forget. Hi, y'all. My partner keeps donating every GDQ event, but never mentions me. So here's my shout out. Hope on the best titled game ever. Good luck and have fun. I'm ready and raring to go if you've got more time, Leggy.
Yeah, we've got time for like 1 or 2 quick ones.
Okay, well then, real quick. The Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix incentive is now at $830 out of $3,000 to unlock, so keep those donations flooding in. Again, that's !donate in chat to get that handy link. And Luxendrake is all ready for it as well here, because they send in $25 saying, after a long day of work, nothing is more relaxing to me than watching amazing runners run amazing games. Best of luck, runners, and let's hit that incentive.
So yeah, with that, Melody and Claire had a really good, just like conversation. They've known each other for a while, and it was nice just to talk it out, have a nice heart-to-heart, really for the first time since they've been, knowing each other and hanging out. And now we've got Allison and Jody doing their berry picking adventure, and here's one of the 2 required fights for them. I really do not like this fight. This fight is the worst. Specifically because these bushy-tailed bandits have a ridiculously high chance to dodge attacks.
That's 1. You're at 8 now. Good counter, though.
Yes. Really? That didn't... Okay.
Will it kill? No, it will not.
But yeah, as you can see, we're in a snowy area, which means obviously we have to deal with ice sliding puzzles.
Everyone loves ice sliding puzzles.
The final option I had in the main menu before I started this run, which was the screen I was waiting on right before we got started, had the option to enable additional guidance, which would add a few extra text boxes explaining how a few things work, which is the real reason I turned it off, but it also gives helpful arrows at the entrance to each of these puzzles, telling you where to start on. Definitely a really nice quality of life feature for people who are here less for the Golden Sun puzzle solving and more for cozy lesbians and turn-based combat.
You were here for Golden Sun puzzle solving, though, right?
Oh yeah, no. I could love me some Golden Sun puzzle solving.
A little bit of a different soundtrack, though, than this. Although, this is a good soundtrack.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll get into that rock eventually, don't you worry, love.
I demand butt rock. That's how this works. It's an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick update on that Hatsune Miku incentive.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, we are at $1,090 out of $3,000 to unlock it. We are 1/3 of the way there. And chat, I know it can look daunting on the page because it's got stretch goals, but that is only $3,000 to unlock. What I have been clear to tell you is our very first song of the encore, Luka Luka Night Fever. Now that is an absolute bop. So if you want to hear that, you are going to have to make that donation and select that incentive. We've got donations coming in for it. So thank you so much for that. You've got time for me to read them?
We probably have time for one more.
Then I'm going to squeeze in one that is perfect for you, Leggy, because Lady Ariana is back with a $5 donation for our $5 donation train. That's still going on, by the way. Get your tickets. Asking, I heard more animal facts were required? I'd be lying if I said I didn't have more. Hopefully, they're not too boring. Lobster is actually pronounced lobster. Don't fight me on this. Lobster, I'm really sorry, Lady Ariana, is best served with butter and on a roll. 3, cats enjoy lobster. 4, lobster. Well, that was very awkward. Great one so far. 2 can do it, Leggy.
Well, that was a roar and a half. Right on time, too.
Wonder what it could be. I'm sure it's not a problem.
Is it bad when your text boxes start going in green font?
Yeah, no, if your text box changes color, you've got problems. Something is wrong. Also, that axe, very sharp and very green now.
Yeah,
I'm sure this is fine.
You remember how Claire found Rena's old spellbook and used it to give Allison and Melody magic?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out she wasn't the only one who was able to do that. Because that's basically what's happened here with Paula. Verena herself went back and went, yeah, no, I'll just give you a bunch of magic. And it's happening. This fight is actually... There we go. We just have to get her down to half health, and she collapses from a overdose of mana in her system.
You missed one in there, by the way, so you're at 9.
Yep. Don't I know it?
Keeping you accountable. Love you, Sid. Keep you accountable.
I know. That doesn't mean I have to be happy about missing.
Yeah.
So, Paula has always hated magic users because, she views it as cheating. She views it as a way to get ahead in a world that hasn't given her, any chances to make something of herself.
I don't know, a world where I get to chill out and fish on the shoreline all the time? I'd be here for this.
Yeah. So she joined the bad guys as I'm going to remake this world into a new one because I want a new world that is better. For me, in particular.
More importantly, Melody and Allison make up, and then we end up in text Adventureland, which rules. This part's so cool.
Yeah. As it turns out, it was Vereda's daydreams or memories or But now we get the best part of the game. We get to control Verena for like 15 seconds.
So much drip. So much style.
Right?
I guess an entire millennium of magic allows you to know how to look good.
At the very least, it gives you enough time to assemble the perfect wardrobe. But unfortunately, as previously mentioned, Verena used to be around here. Definitely has some trauma from the last time she was here, unfortunately.
Javis shows up and goes, yeah, you should let me wreck this place. And she's like, yeah, that seems like a great idea, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah, no, this place sucks. Like, I don't like this place. It has a lot of bad memories. Let's just ruin it. And so we just have the realization that, hey, what if we, like, went and talked to her?
I mean, that is usually the best way to deal with things. Communication is the most powerful tool in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. We're going to hop back into the astral plane and start making our way forward towards where Verena's headquarters is located. So we're warping back to the same place we've been warping to this whole time. And we're going to take this hidden path that I don't want to talk about how long I was speedrunning this for before I knew that path was there.
We head to the Uncanny Valley.
Mm-hmm. And now there's more frog orbs.
Can we make friends with them?
We're going to let them be. They're poisonous, and it's, usually best to leave the wildlife alone.
Good.
Well, you know what? People can't leave you alone. Love for you. So I've got donations if you want me to get in a few of them.
Oh, please.
All right, here's $25 from Margaret Ann, who says, go Leggy! Please have an animal fact. Animals exist.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Units.
And a $5 from Silva Umbra, who says, I hear there's a train. There is, in fact, a train. It's so great to see Leggy's hard work on this game get shown here on such an amazing charity. Also, Demarine's commentary is so great, and it's always a treat when she's giving us the play-by-play, as it were. And I have to say, I've been loving the callbacks to the VHS and the Betamax and the Laserdisc. Thank you so much for that. I will leave you with a quick update on the encore of Hatsune Miku incentive. We're now at $1,190. Keep those donations coming in. Keep your tickets. Keep buying those tickets for the concert. Get your light sticks ready. Again, you want that encore? Luka Luka Night Fever is the first song in that encore, and it's only $3,000 to unlock that. So get those tickets bought. That's ! Donate in chat.
Hey, Leggy.
Yeah. Yes?
I have a cat in my lap.
Which one?
Selly.
Nice.
Living the lesbian dream of having a cat in my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Selly's adorable. I took a picture, so I'll post it on the Discord after for any of the Fatales who were hanging out.
Excellent. So here in the back of the Uncanny Valley, we find Noelle, who runs this whole sanctuary here for animals. But first, you know how we've been talking about a hammer?
Yay! Hammer! Let's go!
But yeah, as it turns out, not many of the animals are around here, so there's a whole quest to find 8 of them across the world. For every 2 you get a good piece of equipment. We got 2 along the way, which gets us access to a tiny witch hat for Claire. She never takes off her current one, so this is a tiny witch hat that she can wear underneath her regular one.
Did you remember to equip the frost wand?
Yes.
Okay, good. But yes, she can't equip any other helmet. It's adorable. I mean, with a witch hat like that, though, would you ever want to take it off?
No. Why wouldn't I want to look like Marissa Toho?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I guess that's your jam. I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my jam.
Yes, we all know you're more of a Reimu lesbian.
Wait, did they give helper jelly ordnance, and now she's heavy jelly.
Yep.
So heavy jelly does tell you her weakness at the start, which is she can only be damaged by star attacks. That's it. Nothing else. So we're gonna pop these 2 star fruit on Allison and Claire, and we are gonna go to work.
As you can see there, we got a counterattack that didn't do anything because, again, non-star power attacks don't do anything. And unfortunately, Jody doesn't have any actual star power attacks yet.
Yeah, we don't get one until a couple fights away.
Literally after this fight.
Yeah, we get crack in the armor.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have her guard.
Yeah, because normally how we mentioned that you have to build up your star power by using attacks and things that are within what your class does. Well, to heck with that. We're just gonna crack these 2 fruits and go to town.
We also get lightning kicks for Allison, which is a nice lightning elemental AoE attack. And I managed to route it into one of the next fights we're taking.
Speaking of heavy-handed,
it just does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does. Speaking of heavy-handed, the mountain, of course, is called Mount Sappho. I mean, not even subtle.
Nope. There it is, right there, Mount Sappho.
I can't believe that Verena would put her base on top of a mountain named after lesbians. Okay, I kind of can, actually.
I mean, like, if you had to put your evil headquarters somewhere, where would you put it?
I wouldn't have an evil headquarters, love. I'm a healer.
You could be an evil healer.
No, I can't.
I've been in Party Finder with some of them.
I played World of Warcraft. The joke's got layers. But yeah, so here's the last area with push block puzzles. Is we have to push these carts in the right places so that we can traverse this area. This one's got to go in the lava because we need a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say I love that the push block puzzles are minecarts?
Right?
And of course, not to rail it in, but we do still have a donation train going, folks. It can even be a lesbian donation train if that's what you want. Like this donation from Elegant Fugue, $25. And they say, I just got back from a train ride minutes ago, but I don't know if it was a lesbian donation train. So here's $25 more just in case to cover the bases. Not only does it cover your bases and other people's bases, thank you for buying those 5 tickets to our lesbian donation train, Elegant View. It gets you a chance to win any of the fantastic prizes we have today. And if you can select that Encore of Hatsune Miku donation incentive, get us ever closer to that halfway mark, we would so appreciate it because we're almost at halfway to unlocking that Encore of Hatsune Miku incentive. Exclamation mark, donate in chat, make sure you select that incentive. And of course, the lesbian donation train is waiting for you.
So it is worth noting that those enemies and minecarts there that I was dodging, you'll notice I didn't, barrel ahead into them and just run away from the fights like I've been doing to every other fight, because you can't run away from them. There are a couple of enemies that are unrunnable in this game, and most of them are the ones that are moving around on set tracks like that. But here, we've made it into the lair, and we're face-to-face with Javis once more, and we're like, hey, can we talk? And Javis is just like,
No.
No.
Have you considered getting teleported into a jail like this was Final Fantasy V?
I mean, that's what Java's considered, because here we are.
We don't even get Big Bridge.
I mean, we did get Fighting in the 90s earlier, which is still my favorite track title in this game.
It is a good one. But yeah, Allison's got to get out of here on her own, so... Hang on, first though, we got to get...
Yeah, that is dialogue you get if the color wheel tries to change the color of a party member who is not present.
Yeah, this is why we bought potions. Part of it is just for safety here. Patch up after every couple fights. Because here's Paula again.
And Paula is just kind of moping because her part of the plan is done, and basically goes off on Allison for being kind of self-centered. You know, everything Allison's been saying to her has been, very focused on, what Allison wants and, the kinds of things that Allison thinks are good. And Allison takes a moment and is like, you know what? There's a saying about stop clocks.
They don't work.
They're right twice a day.
Are they? What if it's a 24-hour clock? Then it's only right once a day.
That's fair.
What if it's a digital clock? What if it's a digital clock? Then it's never right because it's broken. And there's no time on it at all.
Melanie's here.
Way to bail yourself out of that one, Leggy. You know what this?
Hey, look, I gotta block sometimes. But yeah, Melanie broke herself out of her jail cell off screen. There's actually a really neat gag if you do a particular side quest to explain how she did it.
Lockpicking is not for the paladins. I don't know how she did it.
Probably the same way we did. I think the bards helped her out. Unless you do the side quest, in which case there is a very clear mechanical way she did it. Really, really hit beating the lunar narrative dissonance allegations. Let's talk to that.
Gotta touch the button.
Was trying to go too fast.
You are a speedrunner after all.
That's what they tell me.
Last use of lightning kicks because we got mana drained earlier. It's the fun police. We hate them.
Yeah, no. Fun police suck. Specifically because, in this case, if you get... they have an ability that turns off all of your basic spells, and it's the worst.
Can't believe they hate fun.
Can't believe we're getting our hands handed to us.
No fun allowed. Here's Jody.
Now I've got Jody.
Jody, who is like buff as heck and powerful, can't break herself out, but Melody can.
I don't think Melody did it with force, is all I'm going to say. Like, she's got magic. She can be a little tricksy about things.
She's a paladin. Paladins are straightforward, and they're not all about tricking people or anything. What does she do? Break the lock with her sword? Like, just beat it down?
She doesn't have a sword. She has a healing staff. And right now she has a magic wand. Like, this magic wand does have fire in it, so,
Just melt the lock out. Like, just break out your phone. Get a bunch of lockpicking lawyer videos going. You'll figure it out.
Actually, in the lore, they mentioned that the internet's not working right now because of the magic that they're using to power the scramblers.
But wait, how am I supposed to learn how to break down a door without YouTube?
Level up more.
Are you telling me to get good on the GDQ stream?
No, I'm just telling you, you might want to get back to grinding to get, all the levels you need to do things.
So you're telling me I have to get good? I can't believe you're doing this right now.
Look, we all know you're good. Okay?
I'm gonna pout at you.
You're wonderful, and I love you.
I'm still pouting at you.
You know what? Fair. I'd pout at me too.
But yeah, this fight blocks the way and is fairly annoying.
Yeah. I didn't mention it earlier, but the Cosmic Spectres can only be hit with magic attacks, and the Cosmic Warriors can only be hit with physical attacks.
Also, you're at 10 now.
Thank you.
Just holding you accountable. Doing my job. Hanging out here in the booth, watching you blow up the Cosmic Spectre with your Frost Rod.
Yeah, you will notice that Claire is doing an absolute pile of damage now that she's got her Tiny Witch hat on.
It's cute and powerful.
Like you.
Ah! Are you flirting with me?
Yes.
Huh.
I'm flirting with my partner as a lesbian during the lesbian game. It felt appropriate.
So you're telling me there's a lesbian?
And there's 4 on screen.
And a chance.
I mean, if RNG cooperates.
Let's go RNG.
Why are you rooting for the RNG? Anyway, so this is the exact same boss with the exact same stats as earlier.
We're gonna ruin Gumball Goliath.
It's not even going to be fair. Like, look at that damage output.
That ether will save us a menu because we want to have Jody with some gas in the tank for later.
Yep.
Just a quick incentive update. We've went halfway on the Hatsune Miku Encore incentive. That's 1,500 raised out of 3,000 to unlock. You can do it, chat. We're getting there.
So it's hard to tell, but there are stars on some of these tiles. It is for the best that we avoid the specific tiles that are part of the pattern that will cause problems.
Yep. If you step on it, that statue comes to life and attacks you. Which, while not run-ending in terms of literally ending the run on the spot, it is slow.
And we're not
So
going
to
to
PD attempt, it'll be a problem. Best just dodged altogether.
Best just to not do it. Here's Dust Bunny 2, the sequel to Dust Bunny. Good freeze, though.
Mm-hmm. And we're just going to embarrass this bunny.
With the power of violence.
Mm-hmm. So, here's the part where I do a quick menu to use one of these picnic sets, which is just a full heal outside of combat. And for marathon safety's sake, I'm putting Magical Girl back on, as well as the wizard hat I grabbed earlier.
And then we're going to save.
It is time for Javis 1.
Sent Verena off. We don't know where Verena is. We just want to talk!
Yeah, here's the second cutscene skip that the game features. And now it's time.
So, big AoE magic, the ability to corrupt party members, One of the most, if not the most powerful multi-targeting attack in the game. Things can happen in this fight for sure.
Also, one of the, if not the most powerful single target attacks in the game, Betrayal, which has your party members all attack a single other party member, and it is absolutely devastating.
They will use star powers, they will burn resources. It's a nightmare. Allison Hasted can remove any party member from the fight.
Yeah.
Javis is going to run through our party members here, though, and make glitch copies of our party members. We're going to ignore them because, well, you know, they're dangerous, but they're not that dangerous.
Yeah, Melody, unfortunately, is currently stunned, thanks to Glitch Jody. Yeah, that was going to happen. But this fight's over.
The soft pink one it is. She thankfully heals herself most of the time there. She casts Second Aid,
Yeah.
so...
Like, I've never actually seen her heal Javis, which is honestly a relief. But yeah, that was fine. That fight went fine. It could have gone a lot worse, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Melody dying is a thing that happens, certainly.
Mm-hmm. And, like, she died late enough into the fight that I wasn't going to bother using the Tear of Revival on her, just because we've got one more actually dangerous fight.
Well, this is it.
So you know all that magic that Verena is literally the goddess of? It's good for more than having an absolutely incredible fashion sense.
She's all like, fight me.
And here we go.
We're going to oblige her, of course, because, you know.
She does get a little weirded out if you make out in the middle of combat.
11, by the way.
Thank you.
She casts Magic Missile, which is part of why...
One of Claire's spells, actually.
Yeah. Well, now's not the time to be missing, Allison. We need you now.
This is fine.
How do you get through this fight without Magical Girl anyway? That seems like a nightmare.
You just... It's a DPS race.
You just go.
Yep. I'm just gonna dive bomb because I want to use Jody's Cracking the Armor skill, which I haven't had a chance to use yet. In addition to doing just, you know, chip damage, it also lowers the enemy's defenses by 25%, which is really useful.
And Brina's just like, alright, now we're gonna cut it loose here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's Magic Boost, which amplifies the amount of magic damage everybody does in this fight.
When we say everybody, we mean everybody.
Importantly, it does amplify the amount of damage that Verena does.
Yes.
Four Swords is annoying, if only because it's time-consuming.
Yep. And it also means I can't get the kiss back up on Allison.
Yeah, because you gotta patch up the party.
Yeah. But that's going to be a win. Though, game is not over yet.
There's still a little more content. That is the last actual boss fight that we need to worry about.
Yeah. That is the final barrier to the run.
Verena's like, I see that you are actually powerful, and it kind of rules.
And then Claire's going to give a little speech about, like, how magic is the only thing that, has really given her things to live for. And Melody's going to mention that, when we were talking to Zinnia, and Verena's like, what?
She's still around?
My wife is still here?
She's like, gonna go see my gay wife now.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They're lesbians, too. Janice, on the other hand, is like, I realized that I just want to do what I want now, because everyone else gets to do what they want, right? And what I want to do is scramble the world.
So he does! So here's the end of Earthbound. Spoilers.
Yeah, so Janice, of course, absorbs all the power that's within the Scramblers. And, this being in a JRPG is going to be God at the end of the game that we need to punch. So
he gets the rainbow text boxes. That's how you know he's ascended to godhood.
And a biblically accurate VHS tape.
And as such, I didn't know a VHS tape could be biblically accurate.
I mean, it's got the circle of eyes around it, like, that is a Betamax at this point.
Yeah, no, I mean, firing the big death beam here.
Yeah, so Melody and Allison have a realization that, we don't have the power to do this. So let's do the ritual again, even though, having that much mana in our systems might cause problems, it's still worth it to save the world.
So it is time for the most powerful magical girl transformation of them all. That armor is so good.
Look at them.
They also get rainbow colored names for this fight because,
Just look at their health bar compared to the other two. So interestingly, this fight actually has a mechanic to it, which is you'll notice the outer star eye on Javis's face. That is his weak spot right now. And it moves every so often. If you use Allison to target it correctly with one of her attacks, she'll do extra damage. A lot of extra damage.
Yeah, we're just gonna let it rip at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't need Claire or Jody. Having Jody around for cracking the armor is nice. If we keep Claire around to use her attack up ability, that's also really useful. But by no means necessary. Because Allison is just going to red through Javis at this point.
Note that time is not at the end of this fight, however. There is still a little bit more after.
Yeah. It will be soon. It'll be like 1 or 2 minutes. Closer to 3, actually.
But yes, Melody and Allison absolutely devastate Javis in the final fight because, that's how that works.
Supercharged magical girl transformations will do that to you.
And now we realize that we are very badly mana poisoned, but hey, we saved the world.
Yeah. Epilogue time. And we wake up in Verina's house.
The afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
It's not actually the afterlife, though.
Yeah.
Verina's got a lot of stuff in the closet, by the way. I love that.
So, actually, there's a funny story about that. That if you talk to it, you'll get some interesting dialogue. Because that closet's actually how Verina noticed what Claire was up to.
That's why you should play this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for the insubordination.
And now, of course, he's fired.
Literally. Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Mm-hmm. We did it! Yeah.
Verina's just like, I like this place now. I'm gonna chill here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go move in with my wife again.
We're gonna do.
That sounds like a good idea.
We're gonna do wife things.
Mm-hmm.
Like eat dinner after this. Eat dinner.
And now the game gives us the opportunity to go back to all the places we've been, reflect on our journey, talk to all the friends we made along the way. This is a speed run. We're gonna do none of that.
We didn't really make any friends along the way either because we were really in a hurry. The world doesn't save itself in 2 hours unless we go real fast, so...
Mm-hmm. So we're coming up on the only, quote, skip of the run, where the game tells us, hey, we should go check on Zinnia, see how she's doing. And you can just ignore it. I accidentally did that casually, which is how it got integrated into the speedrun. But time is going to be very soon. We're going to cut out of the house. We're going to pan up to the sky. And time will be when the first lyric starts. Right about now.
Yay!
BG!
What was my time?
Let me just check that timer real quick. When you called time, it was 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 46 seconds.
What?
Well
What?
underestimate.
I gotta go do something. Oh god. Is it
Say that number again?
1 hour, 51 minutes, 46 seconds. Is that a world record? Is that a PB?
That's a PB.
Oh my gosh, congrats!
I'm gonna echo for a little bit here, or lose my headset. I'll be right back, everybody. I have something to do. Well, you can explain what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I hope she's giving you a melody style kiss because oh my gosh, congratulations on the PB!
Every time I PB, we've come to this tradition of I don't have webcam on, so oh, Sally's here too.
That's important, though. We have to do that.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. We just saw a run highlighting how important it is. And you know what? I think Leggy deserves a little HP refresh after that fantastic run.
Shucks. Yeah, no. That was a really, really fun run. I was not expecting the PB at the end of that. I am over the moon about this right now, y'all.
Oh, those congratulations are well deserved. I'm seeing a lot of excitement in chat for you. And I mean, you know what? You just showed us a fantastic story about love, about lesbians and saving the world. If people want to see more of this, though, like, where can they come find you?
Yeah, so I stream at twitch.tv/leggystarscream, as you may very well expect. I usually start streaming about this time most nights, actually. I speedrun this and tons of other games that, quote, have too much RNG in them. So, other RPGs, randomizers, RPG randomizers. I'm currently, deep on the grind to try and take world record for this. I know I've got it in me. Just a matter of grinding out that RNG, clearly.
I mean, after that fantastic PV and in a marathon, too. I believe it.
Mm-hmm. I just want to give a quick shout out to Zoe Vermillion, Soko Sonex, Natara, and Demerine, my 4 wonderful partners. You all are amazing, and having you around each and every day makes my life incredibly wonderful. And it is a joy and an honor to be able to look at all 4 of you and say I love you every day.
Aww.
I'm gonna go melt now.
It was super effective.
Yeah, and just a few quick shout outs to the Frame Fatales community who put this on for Game of the Month back in a few months ago now, actually. Shout outs to all the wonderful volunteers and staff who have been putting on this amazing show. And a shout out to all of the other runners. Good luck, have fun, and crush your games.
Thank you so much, Leggy. And chat, you all just saw that valiant effort that Leggy put in and got a PB, no less, a personal best. And I'm challenging you, chat. Can you get us a personal best? Because while we've been watching that fantastic love story on screen, the encore of Hatsune Miku, unlocking it has rocketed up to $1,790 raised. That is almost 2/3 of the way there. And I've been clear to tell you that unlocking this encore gets you 2 songs. That's right, you get 2 songs to start on this fantastic encore. And of course, once we unlock that, then we can get on to our stretch goals of the 2nd encore and the 3rd encore and the final encore. But you know what? Don't worry about that first. First, we need to make sure we have more time to party. And chat, I am challenging you all. Can you help us get to 2/3 of the way there to unlocking this incentive by the start of the run? Now, you don't have much time because that run is next. But first, let me tell you, a $25 minimum donation, that goes to Malala Fund. That, you can put that towards our incentive. And it gets you in the running to win some of our fantastic prizes. Now, I could tell you about those prizes, but we have a prize cave for things like that. And I'm going to let them show you just what you have the chance to win. Take it away.